mentioned some cross-training stuff, biking, swimming, elliptical. A great way when you're cross-training of mixing all this stuff up is instead of sitting on a bike for 90 minutes, put a little variation in it. Bike for 30, go to elliptical for 15, come back for bike for 30, go swim for 30 minutes, just tie it all up in once. You're getting a good workout in and you're also having a little more fun doing it. So I found that helped a lot. So I'm going to move on from dealing with injuries to transitioning. Does anyone have any questions about the mental or physical when you're injured or any of that?
It's actually kind of slightly a question for you. I have read.
That's one of the things I'm fortunate enough to have at Oregon, and hopefully you guys will be able to hop on it one day because it's a great tool for training whether you're hurt or not. And what it does is you actually get harnessed into a treadmill, and it pretty much blows up, it inflates a little bit, and measures your weight or calculates your weight so you know how much you weigh. And then what it does is you can subtract the amount of percent off of your weight. So technically you could be running at 50% weight. So for myself, if I weigh 140 pounds, if I put get on there and put 50%, I'm running on 70 pounds. So it's pretty much me running if I was a 70-pound guy. It's the impact is nothing near what I'm used to if I'm running on land. And so coming back from injury, it's a great way to start just bumping up the percentage. And I know they have one at the Ravens Stadium, and even when I'm not hurt, I get on that sometimes and just run on 95%. And that makes a big difference. 5% off your body weight every step you take. That really helps just preventing you from getting injured. Whether don't wait around to get injured. But yeah. So any other questions about cross training?
Do you think it's more important to stretch after you run or before?
That's a good question, and to answer that, I'd say why not both. I'd say though it's more important to stretch after. I believe when your body's more warmed up. There's all kinds of different stretching too. I think the best thing before running is dynamic flexibility. That's more stuff that's range of motion, not just sitting there and you wake up and you reach for your toes. It's more the leg swings, just firing the muscles really, getting them fired up to a run, and then right afterwards, getting a good, you should be spending 20-30 minutes after running or a training session, stretching. It's real important if you want to stay obviously injury free. And your muscles is more warmed up, so you are going to feel a lot more flexible, and that's a good way of improving your flexibility. You improve more of it afterwards than before. So if I had to pick one, I would say after. A lot of times I would run out the door and don't stretch.
Now, what about stretching in conjunction with injury? Because I've read that stretching an injured muscle or tendon can actually exacerbate.
I've never had I've only had bone problems for injuries. I've heard though you probably I wouldn't want to stretch an injured muscle if it's obviously it's weak right now and it's not firing, and you probably want to wait till it's 100%. I'm not sure.
Depends on the.
That's where we.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to push to the point of pain with it. It should be comfortable, low level kind of stretching early on. But again, we talked about it's a muscle strain. It's like microscopic tearing of the muscle basically, and anytime you have that, it heals with some amount of scar tissue that's tighter than the normal tissue around it. So you need to do some flexibility while it's healing to prevent it from getting real tight and setting you up for re-injuring it then down the line. So you can't be too aggressive with it, but I definitely wouldn't go as far as say don't stretch a muscle if you strain it, or I think it makes you more susceptible.
So it's a balancing act.
Yeah, it is. But and pain is the guide for it. Be a comfortable stretch.
Thank you.
Add to actually jump in because you asked about stretching